I'm going to protect my false ego, but I want to get rid of all of these qualities. With the spiritual master, when he's trying to correct us and humble us and instruct us and purify us, we have to be able to tolerate it. And even though it's pinching, it's uncomfortable sometimes, still we have to realize this is bitter medicine, but it's required if we really want to become pure devotee and get rid of all of this nonsense. Like Buddha said, if you're grumbling and you don't like it, it's uncomfortable for you, you don't want to hear it, that means you're not serious. Then it won't work. Then the Guru says, okay, do whatever you want. Then you get cheated. You're following Maya anyway. Why the Guru's not going to compete with you? Alright, you don't want to hear it? Good luck. Makes sense. So that's why I say to go through a process of purification and have this false ego chopped, cut, corrected on a daily basis. Hardly anybody can tolerate this. We have no tolerance for it. We don't like it. We don't want to be corrected. We don't want to be chastised. This is like a too bitter medicine. This is not for the faint of heart. We have to humble ourselves. Wow. How's that for a concept? And the Guru, if you don't cooperate, I remember one time my Gurudev, he gave a class in Los Angeles at Mr. Patel. This Mr. Patel, he's got a nice big house and beautiful family, and he's got all this money, and he has his business, and he has this and this and that, and he's feeling very, very puffed up, Bhagavan speaking like this. Mr. Patel said, no, Gurudev, I'm not thinking like that. Oh, yes, you are. He's puffed up. He thinks, oh, I get a big house, I get so much money in the bank, my family is beautiful, I get a big business, this, that. Mr. Patel said, oh, yes, you are. You're caught in the jaws of the crocodile, Maya. So that he kept denying. No, I'm not doing like that. I'm not thinking like that. And then Guru said, you know what, Mr. Patel? Me and you, let's just be friends. Because you don't want to hear it. You said you want to be disciple. I'm trying to tell you what is the reality of your situation. You don't want to hear it. So let's just be friends. I won't say anything to you. I won't try to correct you. And you just go in your own way. Then you get vanchana. You get cheated. Because you're cheating, you get cheated. Then the Guru won't tell you anything. Oh yes, nice. Great job. Let Maya guide your so-called intelligence, your plans, all of your material desires, sinful desires, big false ego. You don't want to hear anything. You don't want to humble yourself. You don't want to be devotee. Okay. Good luck. Be your own Guru. Get the vanchana. Amara, you're going to do this every day and you think your condition is going to get better? Are you getting any benefit?
First 6 days it was getting better, but
these last 6 days it is getting better.
The last 6 days it's getting better.
First
No,
6 days.
No, it isn't.
You said
It was getting better, but
No, it isn't. You're miserable. You're like a black cloud. And I'm not talking about your skin. Inauspicious, darkness, Maya. You're not humbling yourself. You're blaming, you're resentful, you're blaming everybody else.
I try to follow the instruction and like
like these things I'm basically like getting forced to think this way, like I know it's not good and I try to follow the instruction, but like
He says it's not his fault he's thinking like this. He's trying to follow the instructions, but he's just getting baffled and bewildered. It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
It's not your fault.
I didn't say it was my fault.
Anytime anyone tries to give you some nice instruction to help you how to understand properly and how to do service properly, you either don't understand it, you refuse to understand it, or you misunderstand it and become offended.
I was not chanting properly in the mornings, and like
You understand? You're in this condition because nobody can help you, nobody can correct you, nobody can teach you. You take it wrongly, you take it personally, you misunderstand it, you blame everybody else, you're disturbed, you're disturbing. That's your fault. You're not simple, you have big false ego, you cannot hear anything, nobody can teach you anything. Just to say, well, I don't know, I'm baffled, I'm confused, I don't understand. Everybody's trying to explain it to you. But you can't hear it, you misunderstand it, you take it in the wrong way, you take it personal, you become offended. This is all disqualification. This is your disqualification. It's no one else's fault. There's no shortage of people trying to help you. The problem is your inability to take that and to apply the helpful advice. That's the problem. That's no one else's problem, except your own problem. And then you're saying, it's not your problem.
I didn't understand, like if you don't chant nicely in the morning, like then we won't be able to do properly, and then when I was trying to chant, sometimes my mind was starting to reel, and speculation, another material desires and all of that. So I didn't kind of understand how to properly take shelter of holy name, and
He says that he didn't really understand how to take shelter of holy name, so he's getting, his mind is reeling and he's getting material desires and all of that.
And
Maya is not allowing you to put faith and to understand properly and to take shelter of those instructions. Maya is not allowing you to do that. Whose fault is that?
it's mine. I don't have a complete picture of everything I did wrong, but
all I asked you yesterday is, are you crying before Krishna, realizing how much trouble you're in? Are you crying and praying to Krishna and chanting Hare Krishna? And you said no. So it means you're not serious to get out of your trouble you're in. or you're not prepared to do what's required to cry to Krishna and the devotees to get out of trouble. That's your problem. Krishna's devotees are always helpful mood. But God helps those who help themselves, and you're not helping yourself. Because of this mentality and ignorance, foolishness, and pride. You're not humbling yourself. Did you cry in the dust today to Krishna, to Mahaprabhu, to Sri Guru and Gauranga? Were you crying in the dust, begging them for their mercy? Did that happen today?
I was trying to follow your instruction, like crying to the holy name.
Huh?
And
I was trying to follow your instruction of crying to the holy name.
Did you cry? Did you go in the dust and cry from the core of your heart to Sri Guru and Gauranga to purify you and to save you? Did you pray like that? Because it doesn't look like it. Looking at your consciousness and your mentality, it doesn't look like any big change.
like,
Looks like you didn't convince Sri Guru and Gauranga today, huh?
I somehow like I got like some reciprocation. It was like really amazing. Like I was in the bank of the Ganga, and it was like really amazing thing. And then in the Vaya Kutil also, like I was like crying to the holy name. And
He said he got some really amazing reciprocation on the bank of the Ganges and in the
Wow.
Vajrakutir.
If you are the personification of reciprocation, I'm scared. If this is what that reciprocation looks like, don't sign me up for it.
like I mean,
Keep me off the list.
like it was kind of like a battle, and then
I don't know where you're hanging out, you know. I don't know what you're smoking, you know. But keep me out of it.
it was kind of like a battle. Like
You're the personification of doom and gloom. Doom and gloom. I can't even imagine what it would be like if you didn't get mercy today. This is mercy, Mata? Do you see any advancement from yesterday? A little bit? Really? Mataji must have been praying for you.
I tried.
Mataji is like your mother. I'm like your father. She's softer than I am.
Like
You're just so enthusiastic, you know, it's so enlivening, you know. It's just so inspiring to everybody. You're teaching everybody what not. This is what will happen. If you don't want to be simple, if you don't want to be humble, if you don't want to just do humble menial service, this is what everybody can look forward to. Baby. You play baby card. How old are you now?
21.
Huh?
21.
Oh, he is a baby. But sure. I have a little more sympathy now. Little bit. But everybody's like trying to help you. Right? Didn't all the devotees in the temple try to be your friend and help you?
I misunderstood when they were trying to be heavy also.
Huh?
So then,
Says, I misunderstood when they were trying.
like,
They're trying to correct you because you're not doing properly.
I know it, like for the most part, like because basically like most of them are like older than me.
Look,
So then
they're not gurus. They're struggling themselves to somehow stay engaged in devotional service and chant and go through the process. Okay, they're not gurus. They're just other devotees living in the ashram trying to apply the instructions themselves and trying to somehow get their own minds and senses convinced enough to surrender to the process. You're a heavy load and a heavy duty obligation that they're trying to help you, but you're not easy, to say the least. So it's also unreasonable. They're not going to babysit you. They're giving you nice, good instruction, encouragement. They're giving you seva all the time.
When they were trying to correct, then I misunderstood, tried to clarify, and then I was just.
I told you a week ago, if you were smart, you would have some ishtagosti, some meeting with the devotees, and beg forgiveness, and apologize, try to rectify yourself. Right? Did you do all of that? Did you do all of that? Did you do it? Yes or no?
No.
Right. So what you could have done a week ago to maybe save your situation, you decided that that's not so required. So you didn't rectify it when and how I followed good advice, how to save. Simple. Now you're in trouble, now you're suffering, now you're bewildered, now you're the victim, now you're a big baby. Right? Time to grow up. I came home when I was 18 years old. All of my furniture and all of my clothes were in the front yard of my house when I was coming home from school. And I said, hey, why is my bureau is there and my bed is there and hey, there's my clothes, right? And I go in, my mother's in the house, in the kitchen. I said, Mother, why is all of this, all of my things in the front yard? She says, well, looks like you didn't want to follow the rules in the house. And after repeated attempts to get you to comply, you have other brothers and sisters here that I have to still raise. So now, you gotta fly. Figure it out. You don't want to cooperate? You don't want to be judged properly? You want to just come and go and enjoy and live your own lifestyle? Not in this house. Threw me out of the house when I was 18. Then I'm like, oh my God, I never expected this. What am I going to do? I know. What was that yesterday? I was like, oh my God, what do I do? I called my older cousin, who had a very close friend with my mother. He knew the inside scoop. And he said, okay, I'll get a truck, come down, pick up you and your stuff, and I moved to another city. 18 years old. My mother was very strict. She was a very strong lady. She gave me 100 chances. hundreds of chances. And she said, now you've got to grow up. Now figure it out. And that was a blessing, actually. It was a blessing. So, time to grow up. Time to take responsibility for your decisions. Now it's time to learn when you make wrong decisions, how to deal with that reaction. That is good for you. And what I told you you could, you didn't want to do. That's also your choice. All the devotees heard me tell you, this is how you can rectify that situation. And you didn't do it. Now I cannot say anything to them.
I remember I don't remember so well, but when they taught me to purify my consciousness and then approach the devotees, I think next morning I couldn't chant, and then I don't remember which day was it, but
you're not chanting, you're not in nice consciousness, you're not dealing nicely with the devotees, you're not doing your service, you're not doing it. You're not qualified. You're not qualifying yourself. You burnt everybody out. As with you, you burnt everybody out. Whose fault is that? I wasn't here. You're the one who's doing like that. You're the one who's behaving like that. So now you're getting what you deserve. This is good for you to realize. Don't blame anyone else. Be a big boy. Take responsibility. Grow up. Stop being a big baby. And do what you have to do. This is not for babies. It's not a baby ashram. This is for the... It's not preschool. Everybody loves you, but you're not qualified. And what you could do to get qualified, you're not doing. You refuse to do. So this is what you've created for yourself. Now you have to learn. Now you have to learn heavy lesson. Maybe next time you'll be more humble, more respectful, more serious, more mature. That's it. Anybody else? Yes? I've already said everything to what I asked you to do to save the situation, you decided not to do. That's your choice. I gave you the best possible advice that could have saved the situation for you, and you chose not to take it seriously. And not to humbly try your best to follow the instruction. So you're disqualified. You disqualified yourself. Now you gotta grow up. Now you're gonna be humble. Now you're gonna cry before Krishna. What are you gonna do? I was kicked out, I was 18 years old. You're 21. You're 3 years older than I was. I'm sure there's many devotees who have much rougher life than I had, for sure. For sure. And they survived it. So you can learn by hearing or by the stick. You chose always never to learn by hearing. So now, welcome to the stick. Get acquainted.
Give him one chance, Maharaj.
Huh?
Give him another chance.
She says, give him another chance, Maharaj.
Last
chance.
You have to beg for a chance, Maharaj. You have to go to Maharaj's feet, the knocks.
Mataji, I told him if he goes to all the devotees that he lives with,
Oh.
I wanted to do that.
I told him, go to all the devotees that you live with and beg apology from them, that you'll try to do better and convince them. If you're serious and you can sure, they'll give you another chance. And he didn't do it.
Young and foolish.
Huh?
He's young and foolish.
But this is not for foolish people.
You go and beg.
This is a different, this is a different class, different level of teaching. He needs the pre-primary teachers. All right? In high school, they made me take a Spanish, and I was not very good at languages. But there was only one class open, and it was too high level of Spanish. They're writing, yo hablo español, yo hablo español, man. They're like, wow, you're in the wrong class. You are in the wrong class. And then they're like saying, okay, write a, some paper on this and this and that in Spanish,